Good morning. I'd like to do a quick little video about a dream that I had about 3 or 4 days ago, maybe 4 days now, and I haven't been able to make the video because I've been trying to find some information on this. But I used to play a game. I have hours, like 1,100, almost 1,200 hours playing this game called Counter-Strike. It's about terrorists and counter-terrorists, and the object is to either, as a terrorist, plant a bomb, and as a counter-terrorist you defuse the bomb. So it's teams. And the other scenario is a hostage scenario where you try to keep the counter-terrorist from rescuing the hostages, or if you're the counter-terrorist you try to rescue the hostages. So there's a very familiar map of that I play, and a lot of people have played it, maybe millions. But anyway, I haven't played in a long time, but I have this dream, and I dream that I'm in the game. I'm actually in this game playing, and my whole team gets wiped out. I'm a terrorist, and the game is, the counter-terrorists are like Americans, and the terrorists are Middle Eastern type people and various ones. But in the game my team gets wiped out, and then I go down this little hill, and there's one counter-terrorist there. I believe I can see the muzzle of his rifle, but he's like glitching like he would be in the game. He's like frozen. So I get out a flashbang, which is a grenade that blinds the enemy, and I go to throw it, and just as I start to throw it, he begins to move, and they begin shooting at me, and I hide by these boxes, and I notice the players that are shooting at me are Soviet players. There are no Soviets in this game. There are no Soviet players, and they have modern Soviet weapons. The rifles are modern Soviet weapons. I just saw a special probably about, I don't know, a month ago, and they were talking about the new Soviet Kalashnikov, or anyway. So they have these new guns, and they're shooting at me, and one of them had hit me in the shoulder. I was like, ah, that hurts, you know, this is not supposed to, this is a game. And I'm like, wait, stop. And they were laughing and shooting at me, and then they stopped. And then out from one of the boxes steps a Russian submarine commander. He has the big furry hat with the flap ears, and it has the Soviet symbol in the middle. And the P code, or whatever it is they wear, it's all black. And he says to me in a Russian accent, but he says it in American. He says, "Just step out and die like a good American." And then he laughs after he says it. And then I like and the guys that were there, his men, just stepped out and step out, let us finish you off. And so I woke up, and I believe that was a dream from the Lord, and I believe He's saying that, you know, maybe we're going to be attacked by the Soviets, and it'll be something to do with Soviet subs. It's very odd because there are no Soviets in this game. There's no Soviet players. There aren't any games that I've ever played that had Soviets in it. So to me that's very odd, and especially to have a sub commander step out, and he was the one that was giving all the orders to everybody. So the Lord is coming soon, and in my very first, what I believe, Rapture dream, where I was going to this elevator to go up to meet this very important person. I've dreamed 3 times about boarding an elevator. I was to do it on the 23rd at 2:30, and I was going from the 18th floor to the 19th floor, but the building only had 4 floors. So maybe something could happen during this Christmas season, hopefully. I don't see how things can go. And if you look at the news, the Soviets just, on Depka file, they just moved a battle group over to Syria, and they installed 24 of the Iska supersonic cruise missiles that they have. They believe these missiles can defeat the Patriot system because they travel at 1.3 miles per second. They carry a 1,500 pound warhead, and they are also nuclear capable. All 24 of these are pointed at Israeli and American targets. So we're looking for a showdown for Ezekiel 38 and 39, I believe. Assad, they believe, may do a chemical attack first, and then that will occur. We'll see. The Lord has delayed before, but hopefully He's not. His word is true to us. He said, when you see these things, you know that that generation shall not pass away. My son's wife had a dream, and she dreamed that it was night, getting close to night, and there was clouds in the sky, and it was very cold. And she dreamed this a few days ago when it was warm. It was warm up. It's been warm up here. I live in the mountains, and it's been warm in the 70s and things like that. And then all of a sudden this cold snap hit, and it snowed a little bit. The leaves are still even on the oak trees this late in the year. They're usually gone. And she said they were outside, and she began to hear these trumpets blare, and they got louder and louder. They were so loud that they vibrated your body. And she said they began to run to houses to try to wake up the neighbors to tell them the Lord was coming. And then she woke up. So the Lord is coming. Be of good cheer. Have faith in Him, because His word is true. He said, heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. And He said, when these things happen, that generation shall not pass until all things are fulfilled. We know that generation began most likely when Israel became a nation. So Israel is now 64 years old, or moving on 65. So a generation 70 years. So hang tight and pray ye one for another, and love ye one another, and continue to uplift me in prayer. And know one thing too, that people may let you down, and they probably will, but this journey is between you and the Lord. He's the only safe tower. He's the only one that's true. That's what the word says. He is the only one that is true. So you can take that to the bank. And I want to say God bless each and every one of you, and I thank you for your support. Remember to go to Near to Christ to support His work with these children in the Philippines. And God bless each and every one of you.